good. First day out, it felt good. Obviously, they're throwing everything at us, but just trying to get on the same page, communicate well, learn the offense as best I can. Just kind of dive in, make mistakes, see where you got to improve. Is sort of what I'm trying to do right now.
Graham, there's a lot of these guys are tryout players, but one of the guys that will be here alongside with you during camp and hopefully for years to come is Elijah Klein. Have you guys had a chance to bond over the last 24, 48 hours or so?
Yeah, absolutely. His locker's just one over from mine. So, obviously been talking to him a lot. He's been playing some guard next to me while I've been at center. So just, communicate with him, bouncing questions off each other, talking at the line of scrimmage. That kind of builds a friendship quickly. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously we've only been here a couple days, but looking forward to, improving with him and building with him throughout the offseason.
Who are your locker mates?
Well, Werfs is next to me on the left, but I think he's moving lockers. So right now it's just Elijah, but so we'll see.
Other than is tempo this is kind of a simulated type schedule, right? You have walkthroughs, you have meetings, you have all that. So what have you observed just in these couple of days about the approach of the NFL and the amount of install and things that they give you?
Yeah, well, it's a full-time job now, right? It's not just something you do in the morning and then you go to class the rest of the day. So all day is football, which is great. But obviously, when all day is football, you learn in a lot more detail. You have a lot of time to install more things and go into more depth. So just trying to learn as best as possible. Obviously, just getting here a couple days ago, they've thrown a lot at us, but like you said, you have kind of the whole day. So it's meetings twice a day, practice and walkthrough, lots and lots of reps, which is great, for us rookies. So trying to use that to my advantage and improve and sort of just build a bank of reps.
You were telling us after the draft that you kind of had this professional approach since high school, watching film, getting your teammates in there and all of that. Are you like a kid in a candy store now, not having to go to class, and this is the full-time job, and you get to spend countless hours in the film room and working on your craft?
Yeah. I mean, football is my passion. It has been for a long time. So, obviously just adjusting to it being a full-time job, it comes with different things. There's more time throughout the day. So how are you going to fill your time productively? I think it's, one of those adjustments. But yeah, I think the biggest thing for me, especially being the center here in rookie minicamp, is just trying to get all 5 guys on the same page while also learning the offense. So obviously, that's a challenge in itself, but just trying to start to, step into that role and learn how to, become that center role and learning from Coach Carberry and some of the vets around is going to be really important for me.
What were some of the pointers that Coach Carberry was giving you yesterday? I know you doing technique work and things like that, but what were some of the things that he was trying to convey to you?
Yeah, the biggest thing that Coach Carberry's kind of the message has been just being a leader, right? You're the center. Get in and out of the huddle, get the offense set, get the line set. You're sort of you're calling the huddle, you're setting the line. So just being kind of that leader, that voice that people look towards when they have questions at the line of scrimmage, or the defense gives us a new look, and being able to get in and out of calls. I think that's really the main focus right now in these first couple of days, just becoming that leader, getting comfortable, making those calls, being loud, being vocal. So that's really been his biggest message so far.
It looked like you broke the huddle yesterday. I could be mistaken. Maybe
Sorry.
It was just the angle of the photo. Like there was a huddle and it looked like you were speaking.
Yeah. I mean, I just as the center, your job is to kind of set the huddle, a couple yards or 4 yards back from the ball. So just making sure we're deep enough for the quarterback to get in there, call the play, break the huddle is sort of my job, and then the quarterback takes it from there.
But it wasn't it might have just been the angle of the photo. It looked like it was a bigger group of people as opposed to just.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I probably broke it down there at the end. I can't totally remember, but
okay.
But yeah, just like I said, trying to be a leader, like as that center position, trying to be the vocal guy and step up into that role is sort of something I'll continue to work on.
We had a couple guys here who were with the Bucs last year in camp, and Luke and Silas. Just how much have you picked their brain? How much getting to work with them? On the same line and everything like that. What has that been like?
Yeah, they've been great. They offer their help. They kind of tell us what to expect and kind of how the days go, and where certain places that just tips and tricks from guys that have done it before. So they've been great. They've been very outgoing and helpful with that, introducing themselves. So
any insight on the rest of your teammates they're giving you at all?
Not necessarily. Like I said, we're kind of on the fire right now as far as install and offense. So it's been mainly about learning the playbook and getting there, and then I think that'll all come as we go through the off season.
What's your first initial impression of Coach Carberry?
Yeah, great coach, super detailed, really detail oriented, which is awesome. A lot of emphasis on technique and communication, and I think those are pretty important to the offensive line position. So just really appreciate kind of the detail he goes into it, and just how much he expects on each snap. Which obviously as a rookie it's a lot, but that's only going to continue to make me better as we go. And you continue to you don't rise to the level of the game, you fall to the level of your training. And so I think having that base and having those reps, and him expecting as much as he does from us as far as a technique and communication standpoint will really hopefully translate to a good season this year.
What about your first impressions of Tristan Wirfs? I saw that video and you were all dressed up and he had some very interesting workout attire on. I mean, is he a guy that you'd like to hit the weight room with?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, well, maybe not because it might hurt my pride a little bit, but no, he's been great. Obviously, I've only talked to him briefly a couple times, but he's a super outgoing guy. Offered his help, anything I need, and as we go, and obviously they're not here right now, but looking forward to getting in the off-season program and starting to work with those guys and get to know them and sort of build that trust as a group.
Got some fat on Fridays in?
Sorry?
Some fat on Fridays in?
Yeah, looking forward to that.
How many looks did Bowles and the defense kind of throw at you to test you guys yesterday as far as minicamp?
Yeah, nothing crazy. Obviously, it's day one of rookie minicamp. Everyone's out there for the first time, including the defense. So, it was their pretty much base install too. But we there were some pressure looks, and I think there will continue to be more today. Maybe a couple more fronts. Not entirely sure what they're going to throw at us, but I think we're ready and have the adjustments, and I think we're ready to go.
Not sure when was the last time you maxed out on a squat, but I do have to know what are your stats there?
Definitely not Tristan's back squat, just from looking at him.
I guess Luke is pretty hardcore in that department too, like the two of them together.
Yeah, back squat, I think I'm probably around 550 if I had to guess, which I guess sounds good, but to be honest with you, that's an area I'd like to put a little more weight on the bar, and we'll continue to kind of work on that.
It's only been day one, obviously he's going to day two. But after your experience on the first day working with coaches, what aspect of your game do you think you're looking to most improve?
Yeah, I just told them learning the playbook I think is going to be the biggest thing for me, allowing me to play free, because right now, like first couple days you're up there, you're thinking so much, you're thinking what's this, I'm thinking about what I learned, and it's the more you learn and the more you get confident in the playbook, and you get up to the line, know exactly what you're going to say. And I think as you do that, you're allowed to focus more on your play, and you can play more freely. So I think that's the biggest thing, is just learning the offense, communicating up there clearly, and so then allowing myself then to kind of play free. All right, what's my technique here? What am I thinking? And sort of get to that stage. So just getting comfortable in the offense, I think, is going to be the biggest thing for me.
Have you had any conversations with Baker? Any more conversations with him at all?
No, I mean, I met him briefly. Met him, we were passing in the locker room. But no, other than that, like I said, they're not here this weekend. So just been with the rookies and sort of getting to know those guys.
After this weekend, what do you have left, if anything, at Duke? And when will you have plans coming back down here? Will you eventually be integrated with some of the veterans and the OTs and things like that? Or?
Yeah, so I'm done at Duke. Graduation's actually tomorrow, but I'm here. So work started a little early for me. Yeah, graduation's overrated.
So mom was okay
Wow.
with that?
Duke
was that the
Don't walk at
consolation
Duke,
prize?
huh?
She came here for your press conference instead of going to watch you graduate?
Yeah. It's first world problems, right? Graduation or rookie minicamp in the NFL. So I'll deal with it. I think I'll be fine.
When you break the huddle now and come to the ball, what's the biggest change with the Bucs as opposed to college?
Yeah, well, obviously you turn around and it's an NFL front seven, but just obviously playing left tackle at Duke, obviously there's still a communication aspect of it, but when you're the center, it's more, right? You're setting the defense every time, who's the Mike, who's the Sam, you know, where are we working to, sort of deal. So I think that's the biggest thing coming out of the huddle is instead of coming out of the huddle and pretty much knowing what I'm about to do and tackle, you know, I'm now the center. I've got to actually, you know, read the defense, and I think I'm fully capable of doing that. I think I've been improving even over the past, you know, 48 hours. But that's sort of the biggest difference is, you know, as soon as you turn around from the huddle, you know, you're reading the defense, you're making calls, you're setting the play up. So
You're not in pads or anything like that right now, but as far as when you guys are doing, you know, full teamwork, when the defensive line kind of caught your eye, like, wow, he's pretty good.
Yeah. So to be fully honest with you, right now it's you know, a lot of numbers out there and not a whole lot of names.
I got the sheet. What numbers?
But I mean, yeah, I think the D line as a whole has obviously been great. You know, obviously the Braswell, the guy drafted, seen him make a lot of plays. I think he's been really impressive. Great athlete. So excited to, you know, watch him. Glad he's on our team. You know what I mean? So just cool to watch him grow, get to know him. You know, obviously being in the same class and everything.
All right,